All right, so when we start thinking about, can I use mass timber to create market distinction? Of course, one of the main things is understanding cost and understanding cost of mass timber as it relates to other building materials. And so, a very common question is, well, what does mass timber cost and how does it compare to the projects that I've been doing? Now, the way that I like to answer this question about what does mass timber cost really revolves around understanding this holistic approach or holistic view to understanding cost. One of the risks that I often see used with mass timber construction is that people are only looking at the cost of the structure. Meaning, they'll do kind of this side-by-side analysis that you see here where they look at, okay, what would this building have been if it weren't mass timber? Let's say steel and concrete. What would this building be if it were mass timber? And they'll just look at the cost of those structural systems. So how much does it cost for the beams, columns, and slabs? And then they start to look at cost per square foot of just those structural systems. If you do that analysis, almost 100% of the time, you're going to find that the mass timber for the structure only is going to be more expensive. However, that's not telling the whole picture. We really do need to look at the overall building, understand things like, we talked about the potential for mass timber to save schedule. And this is really where this ties in. Understand the fact that, well, maybe by using mass timber, you're reducing the number of beams or the number of columns or the types of connections. You're also reducing installed finishes, right? You want to expose that mass timber so you're not paying for a drop ceiling. That mass timber has inherent fire resistance into the members, so you're not paying for spray applied fireproofing or intumescent coatings. So it really does take this holistic project understanding of cost. How much does construction schedule compression potentially save?